What's up, fuck faces? I wanted to talk about something that's annoying the shit out of me. So, Rise of the Beast reviews have come out and it's mixed, which to me is a good sign because not only does this mean we are at a step up from those atrocious Michael Bay movies. Well, I mean, Bumblebee existed, but that movie was also kind of average too, in my opinion. I don't think it was really as good as people said. But also, I was kind of expecting this because unfortunately, I wasn't expecting Rise of the Beast to be a good movie. Now, granted, I haven't seen the actual movie yet, and neither have you. But the reason I wanted to point this out is because, just like the Mario movie, I'm seeing a lot of people coping over the fact that critics didn't like their Transformers movie. And at this point, I just gotta ask, why do so many people care so much about fucking Rotten Tomatoes? These are the people who tell you, well, you know what, this is why I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes. I'm gonna watch the movie and I'm gonna like it. I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes because they gave a bad score on a movie I wanna like but haven't seen yet. These are the same people that gave Cuties a high score, even though that this isn't one person but a multitude of people, and the only people who watch this movie are fucking weirdos in the first place. So that means that every single opinion they've had and every single positive opinion means nothing. Ooh, they rated Spider-Verse high. See, I told you it was a good movie. Like, shut the fuck up. Why do you people care so much? You say and say that you don't care about Rotten Tomatoes, but if you didn't care about Rotten Tomatoes, you wouldn't be talking about this. If you actually don't care, actually don't care. Don't just say you don't care, because actions speak louder than words, and guess what? Your actions are speaking volumes. You genuinely care.
How can you tell me that you do not care? You care!
Also, what the fuck even is this shit? You haven't even seen the movie. These people have. At the moment, their opinion is more valid than yours, I'm afraid to say. Because you don't have an opinion on the movie. You didn't fucking watch it.
Ooh, I like Transformers. Ooh, I like the Mario movie. This could be good.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? I love how we will criticize MCU fans for liking a movie because it's soulless and full of references and the audience are just fucking stupid. But then whenever they do this shit, out of sight, out of mind, it's perfectly acceptable behavior. Since when is making a movie based off of an IP you like good enough to think that a movie is actually good? And listen, this is coming not only from a massive Transformers fan who's spent literal thousands of dollars on fucking toys to the point where I'm even reviewing shit, but I'm a massive Beast Wars fan. In fact, I'd say it is my favorite show of all time. Is it the best? No, not really, but it is my favorite. It's just incredibly well written, the characters are incredibly engaging and fun, it's just a great show. But that being said, I can't say that the movie itself is good because I haven't watched it yet. And neither have you. It's one thing to be excited for a movie, but to get mad at critics because they liked a movie that you want to like, it's just stupid. You know what this tells me? You're just upset because a movie you were looking forward to has a high potential of being shit because people are saying it's shit. And you're just coping. And I'm not saying like, oh, you disagree with me politically on Twitter. Cope. No, you are literally coping with the fact that the movie you were looking forward to has the potential of being shit. So you're just like, well, these people's opinions don't matter to me. But they're still living rent-free in my head because I'm fucking complaining about it endlessly. Every single time these reviews for a movie I want to see comes out. Like, just shut the fuck up. I'm sick and tired of this flip-flopping shit. They should just not invite critics because they don't get it. And instead, they should invite the fans because those are the opinions who matter. No. You see, these people are critics. It is their job to watch these movies. And best thing of all, they are impartial. They are objective. And I don't mean they're factually correct. I'm saying they don't let their biases dictate how they feel. These people are movie critics. They're not here to see an IP, they're here to see a movie. And if the movie doesn't work on its own, then it's a bad movie. No one says you can't like a movie if it's like that, but that's their fucking jobs. Fans are not like this. They are more likely to like something if it's based off of an IP that they enjoy than your average everyday critic. I mean, shit, Rise of Skywalker was considered to be good by fans for a while, even though critics tore it apart. Why do only a certain people have to watch your IP in order to get it? You know there are things based off of IPs and brands that are actually good, that can stand on their own, right? By saying that critics shouldn't watch a movie because they don't get it, you're basically admitting that this is garbage that only dumbasses watch. I'm not saying critics' opinions are 100% on point every time. It varies from critic to critic, which is why I don't like Rotten Tomatoes. It's not because they have opinions that hurt my feelings. It's because you can't get an understanding of the website because it's just a bunch of different people instead of just one person and their opinion. So you don't know what you're getting and it can be inconsistent. But on that note, I'd rather trust a critic's opinion than a random fanboy of a franchise, because of course they're probably going to like it. As long as it doesn't insult the fans, they're going to be happy with pretty much anything. And hey, if you don't want to listen to that and just want to listen to the fans, that's what the audience score is for. Doesn't make it more important, because actually it is just as important as the critics section. They're both worthless. I swear to God, if they invited fans to watch this movie instead of critics, that would be the most ridiculous thing on the planet. See, all these reviews of people who already like our products said it's a good thing, so it's a good thing. Dude, people would call that shit out so goddamn much. Like, why does it even matter that critics watched a movie and didn't like something that you liked? Why do people care so much that other people didn't like a product that they liked? Specifically ones that are based off of commercials that they were indoctrinated into watching at a young age. And this isn't just a Zoomer thing. Ever since the 80s, people have been hyped up and raised on toy commercials. And now that we're all indoctrinated with these different types of brands and merchandise and series that we all know and love, we have this blind fanaticism towards this series. And it's not enough to enjoy the products, it's not enough to spend money on the merch, it's not enough to make it a part of our identity. We have to make sure that everyone validates our opinions too. Listen, I'm not trying to shame you if you were raised off of stuff that isn't real content, but rather just popular IPs like Transformers, Star Wars, and Marvel. I think that's perfectly fine, and I think it's perfectly valid to like whatever you want. You know, except for maybe stuff like Cuties. But like, can you just chill for a little bit? You realize how pathetic and ridiculous y'all sound right now, right? I just can't believe how so many people are just upset that a critic didn't like a movie they liked. I can't even imagine doing that myself. There are plenty of things that I like that I'm perfectly fine with people ripping to shreds. In fact, I actually like reviews where people take the piss out of PT, one of my favorite games ever. And this one is a game that literally changed my life in a lot of ways. And then there's this IGN review that is objectively wrong because they played halfway through the game and complained that it's a third installment that barely adds anything, glossed over all the stuff they did add, and ranked games that had higher review scores despite the fact that they added less content higher than Explorers of Sky. And yet I don't care. Like, yeah, it's a bad review, but why would I let that affect me? Sure, it may have a huge part in my life, but there's plenty of other series where that's the case with other people, like Kingdom Hearts. And I fucking hate that game. But I think it's fine if people like it. Other people's opinions where they don't like a product that I like doesn't get to me. Especially considering the fact that a lot of stuff that I do like is not, like, very good objectively. And by objectively, again, I don't mean factually. I'm talking about if I actually look at it closer, yeah, I don't think they're that great.
Ooh, but Mr. T, in this video, didn't you say that you don't like the Star Wars fan base because they didn't like the new movies?
No. You see, if I got actually upset at every single time someone didn't like the new Star Wars movies, first off, I wouldn't be able to be on the internet because that shit's literally everywhere. And second off, I'd be ridiculously irrational over an opinion that I don't really have because these aren't my favorite movies. They're not even my favorite Star Wars movies. My problem is not that people don't like the new movies, because I think criticism of these films is definitely welcome. And I'm glad that people are putting their foot down over a product they didn't like and made Disney go, you know what, maybe we should actually take this IP seriously. My problem is they have to butt their arguments over the movies between the sequels and the prequels into literally every single conversation, every single topic, either in the Star Wars fan base or even outside of it. Like how Imp Lemon now just won't shut the fuck up about it. Like, dude, this video's about the Mario movie. Why are you bringing Star Wars up for like the 50th fucking time? It's not just that people don't like the new movies, it's that they're also very hypocritical and hostile towards people that do. That's why I don't like the Star Wars fan base. At least with something like Pokemon, where you also have controversial games like Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. There's an actual fandom that get together and talk about their interests. The Star Wars fan base is literally just nothing but arguments. And you know what? Maybe it's a me thing, and maybe I just happen to be incredibly unlucky, because every single interaction I've had with a fan base was like this. But that's why I don't like it, not the fact that they didn't like a fucking bad movie like The Rise of Skywalker. Oh, and also, a large part of the reason I didn't like Star Wars fans with, like, The Last Jedi, where they're saying the movie was shit, was because they were commenting on reviews that liked the movie, and they were saying, nah man, The Last Jedi sucks, before the movie came out, just because their favorite YouTube essayist said The Force Awakens was bad, because same plot in Mary Sue. Like, it's actually the opposite. These people are acting like the complete opposite as the fanboys I'm talking about. Whereas the fanboys I'm talking about are like, well, I'm a fanboy, and I say it's good, so I have to get mad at other people who say it's bad, even though I haven't seen the movie and I don't know what I'm talking about. I didn't like these people because they were convinced that this movie's going to be bad because I'm a hater or something. And someone said that they actually thought the movie was pretty good, so you know what? I think they're wrong, and I think they're a shill. Like, you're the exact opposite.
But Mr. T, I did watch the movie, and the movie does suck.
Okay. But you didn't know that at the time, so it doesn't fucking matter. Oh, and one more thing. If you feel bad because it felt like I was saying that critic opinions matter more than others because it's their job, no, you don't have to agree with a critic. And if you disagree with a critic on something, that doesn't mean they're automatically more correct. But stop acting like you're so much better than critics because they just don't get it. You're a fucking child, and you're acting like a child. Except a lot of these people are grown fucking men.
You're a grown fucking man! You are a grown fucking man!
I don't get this. This was mostly about Transformers, but the same shit happened with the fucking Mario movie, and I'm just fucking done with this shit. This entire scenario that keeps happening over and over and over again just reminds me of this clip from the Nerd Crew.
You know, me personally, I love this film.
Oh, no, Rich. The film isn't out yet.
Yeah, when you start acting like these fucking people, you might want to slow your fanaticism down just a little bit. I don't want to be an asshole in saying that Rise of the Beast and Transformers or whatever the fuck the Mario movie are objectively bad pieces of media and you're not allowed to like it. But the fact that people get so defensive over this shit, man, it's just fucking annoying. Even outside of this, I still remember people gave me a lot of shit, not just on YouTube, but all over the place in other social media, because I said this thing was bad. A fucking terrible toy. Because it's a core class combiner. Like, it's fine if you like it, but you don't have to go around parading that you're better than other people because they don't like something you like. I don't care what anyone else has to say. I'm gonna like this no matter what. Which is why I have to tell other people that I don't care about other people's opinions, and I have to get mad at them for expressing their opinions. No other opinion matters other than mine. If you're saying this shit, stop saying it and actually do it. And that's pretty much my opinion. I don't have a stake on the other side of this, by the way. I haven't watched the Mario movie because it looks like a generic Illumination movie. I don't care if I like Mario. I like Mario for reasons that isn't just references, you know what I'm saying? So, I did watch the old Mario movie. It's actually really funny. But the main theme of the movie... yeah, they play this all the time, and it is fucking abysmal. And I will inevitably watch Rise of the Beast. I might like it, I might not. Who knows at this point? Just keep an open mind. And I'm not saying you have to be like, well, you know what? I love Transformers and I love Beast Wars. I have no expectations for this movie. Like, if you want to be excited for it, then fine. But if it turns out that you didn't like the movie and you got let down, you have no one else to blame but yourself. It's a movie. You shouldn't have to take this 100% seriously.
I should just leave. I should just fucking leave.